Hello everyone, this is Kweku from Next Gen Windows. In this video, you're going to notice the aspect ratio of the video is kind of odd. I'm in fact going to be recording this thing in 2560 by 1080 resolution. That is 21:9 aspect ratio. It's just an ultra wide aspect ratio because I did acquire a LG 29UM95 monitor today, and I wanted to do a quick video to show you guys how some Windows 8 apps would look like in this stretched out resolution. Now, some of you guys might be having multiple monitors, and essentially this is two, I think they said 1280 by 720 monitors put together, which it is actually. But it's just on one thing. It's just on one, display. So essentially, it'll be the same if you view it on two monitors, the whole video on two monitors together. But this is one monitor by itself, and it's going to be viewing this thing quite differently. Now, the apps that I'm going to be showing you guys on the side here is going to be Hyper for YouTube, Xbox One Smart Glass. I'm not going to be showing you guys the desktop. Let me just close that out. Tweetro Plus, Mail, and then iCookbook. So for starters, let's just jump right into Hyper for YouTube. Yep, this is Hyper for YouTube. And as you can see, this aspect ratio, it is kind of nice for this app, because normally this from about here down, all of this area on the right here would be cut off, and you would have to scroll all the way over. Now I can pretty much see the entire screen. Even if I was to scroll slightly just like this, this is everything on my current screen. This is just my subscriptions, what I've subscribed to on YouTube, and then the most popular in the United States where I'm located. So you can pretty much manage this entire app just by viewing it on this screen without even having to scroll or do anything. So now let's go to, say, one of my uploads, just for the sake of copyright and whatnot. So let's just go to, say, this one. And let's pause this. So now you see here, I did record this video that we would be watching, and I did just realize that I spelled compatibility wrong. But I did record this video in 1280 by 720, mainly because 1080p. A lot of people, unless you're really, you look really closely, you can't tell the difference between 1080 and 720p. But I did record this in 720, pretty much 720p. And you can see it is not 21:9. 720 and 1080 are 16:9. This monitor is 21:9, which means it's more stretched out. There will be black bars on the sides, as you see here. So if you were to play any game, if you were to play any game that does not support this 21:9 aspect ratio, you would see these black bars to fill in the empty space that the game does not use up. Now, most of my games do allow me to use the correct aspect ratio, so it is pretty good. So now that we're back out, you can see even search is kind of nice. You can pretty much see a lot of the screen. Most of the videos that you want to watch, even the most recent videos, you can see them all together in one place. So it's a pretty nice way not to have to scroll so much, to find what you want. Now let's move into Xbox One Smart Glass. Now, Xbox One Smart Glass, when you first open it up, it kind of like comes to this part of the screen, and then when you do not have a 21:9 monitor, a lot of it is cut off. You probably wouldn't see most of the activity feed, if any of the activity feed here on the app. So it's kind of something that is interesting to see on a 21:9 monitor. But for the most part, just imagine this is what the Xbox One dashboard would look like if you were using this monitor. And I'm not sure, I haven't tested it with my Xbox One, whether this it even supports this stretched out resolution. No, it's not even stretched, this resolution. But it is cool to see how Xbox One Smart Glass looks like in this resolution. So say if we were to click on Tomb Raider, and click to see some details of it, a lot of the sides, would be cut off. You probably wouldn't see a lot of the achievement progress. It'd probably be like half a box here, and then it would show all of that here, from here to about down there. So now you can see pretty much everything you need to see, and if you scroll slightly, you see the rest, and you can see game clips and so on. So it's a pretty cool thing to see. Again, this monitor just looks really nice. So now another app we'll go jump through. We'll take a look at Tweetro. Now this is the timeline view of Tweetro, and what's cool about this app is that anything that has a link in it, it automatically loads in the web browser. Yes, some people might be scared because it could be a virus, but people I follow do not actually obviously post viruses, since they're mostly news sites. So I clicked on Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft's, tweet, and what you see here is his page showed the page of the tweet, not the page, the link that he posted in the tweet, that bit.ly page loaded here. And on my old monitor, the regular 16:9, you would have to scroll a tiny bit to view, this full page. But now you can view all of this. You can view his tweet perfectly. You can view the whole web page as if it was on your regular computer, and there's still black space here, which means that it just loaded everything perfectly. So it just looks really nice to see how good this looks in this ratio. So now let's start moving to Mail. Now, yes, I was surprised about the Twitch thing, but that's another story. But just the gist of it, you can see how the Mail looks like. The Mail app looks like in this ratio. You can see everything clearly here. You can see pretty much all the info underneath, like the subject line. You can see most of it all here. And then on top of that, you can see the full email stretched out here. You can see it, you don't have to scroll to the right or anything, or have to overlap this over here a little bit. You get the full view of everything, and it just looks really nice if you don't want to get a multi-monitor setup. So power users would really like to use this ratio if they don't want to pay extra money for multiple monitors, unless you want smaller monitors, which then you can go ahead and do that. And then the last app here is going to be iCookbook. Now this app is just something, if you're watching this at 1 a.m., I highly suggest not, because this app is just they have really nice pictures here. Not all the pictures will support this aspect ratio, but for the most part, most of them do. So let's just look through. You can see I'm able to see a lot of the categories, 4 categories by itself, 3 full ones and basically 3.5 full ones. And it's, this does have a lot of categories, and it is cool. And this monitor really does it justice, because normally on 16:9, you're only able to see about 2.5. Now you're able to see 3.5 things here. And if you click on a recipe, let's see this 3 cheese pasta bake. You're able to see the picture. You're able to see pretty much all of the ingredients, the preparation. It's a pretty simple dish, but the preparation, the tips, and then you just scroll slightly and then you see the steps. So it's a pretty cool thing. This ratio just really pops everything. Imagine having this in the kitchen or something. Hopefully, I wish I could afford the TV version of this monitor. It'd be a really cool thing. Obviously, I don't think they sell it from LG, but I think some other brand does, but it's like $4,000, and I don't think anyone's ready to pay that kind of money on a monitor yet. So it is pretty cool. LG does have a 4K version of this. It is a 34UM95-P, I believe. You can look at that exactly. If you Google it, it'll correct you, or Bing it. LG has a 34-inch version of it, and it is, I wish I could afford it, but I just wasn't ready to fork over $1,200 to get a 34-inch computer monitor. I'd much rather just pay for a giant 60-inch TV or something like that. So yeah, that's about it, what I wanted to show you guys today. This is just a quick show off of my LG 29UM95 monitor. It is a 21:9 monitor. Which means the aspect ratio is 21:9, ultra wide monitor, diagonal 21:9. So as you can see here, this video is going to be recorded in the same resolution. If you have a regular monitor, I don't know how this video is going to look. It's probably going to look a little shrunk so that it fits on your screen, but I wonder how it will look. I'll take a look at it on my Surface. But aside from that, if you have any questions about this monitor, if you want to plan on buying it, I'd highly recommend it. It seems to work really well when I'm playing Diablo 3 and Minecraft and all those other things out there. It seems to work pretty well and pretty smoothly. Yeah, I even have a GeForce GTX 760 graphics card, and it works smoothly. So yeah, go ahead and pick this up. It's a pretty affordable monitor. If you can get a TV that costs $500, you can afford this monitor, because this monitor, I got it for about $379, and so that's not bad for the price, but because LG and Samsung cost a lot. But yeah, again, this has been Kweku from Next Gen Windows, testing out the LG 29UM95-P monitor ultra wide. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.